used to be the one in charge of the church, and it's like right across from our house.
Yeah.
It's the same church I got married at.
You heard that, folks. If you want to try to find Eric, find a church in Mississippi and then go across the street. If his house is there, just go to every house across the street from a church.
There's like an 80% chance you'll get shot at all those houses.
Also in Mississippi, with how many churches there are.
20% of the time you're gonna hit like the actual parish or whatever the fuck where the preacher man lives. But
Oh yeah, there's a name for that. There's like a name for like where
Yeah.
the preacher lives.
Parish is one word for it, but
We just called it the preacher's house.
The preacher's
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
From what I hear, every
that preacher's house.
every denomination likes to make up a new word for it.
Do you know that those don't get taxed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing that you can like. If you just have a house where like a
I mean,
preacher lives,
To
you don't
be
get,
fair,
they don't get
in
taxed.
these like small town churches with
Makes
like
total
you know
sense.
like a 50 people max like you know attendance thing going
Mhm.
on, like yeah, and then the preacher man lives on a small house, a small humble house right next to the church itself.
What's the reason we don't tax religion?
Because it would be really cruel for smaller religions, I think.
No, because this that wasn't pushed through law by the Buddhists.
That's true. I'm just saying, like,
I mean,
there's got to be a pragmatic reason why we don't tax religions. Oh,
Yeah,
welcome
I
to
mean-
Anything Cast, by the way. I'm Patrick.
I'm Eric.
I'm Will.
And taxing religion is probably just based around, like, you probably don't pull in enough money.
I'd
For it to be
No,
that's
they're
not
mega
worth it.
millionaire
I'd say it's a
churches.
culture.
No,
Cultural
that
thing.
one, that didn't exist until recently, though.
No,
Like,
dude, churches have always been amassing wealth.
Yeah, the Catholic
I mean,
Church.
nicer, more humble ones
not
don't.
in America,
but, like,
though.
yes, they have.
The Catholics weren't here for, like, we were a Protestant
Catholics were the
founded.
first ones here.
No,
What
that
the
was-
fuck
they
are
were
you talking
Protestants.
about?
No, they were
Protestants
Protestants.
the first ones here.
No, the Catholics
the
didn't
fuck
get here
they
for a
were.
while.
The Pilgrims were mostly
Yeah,
Protestants.
the Pilgrims
Yeah,
were fucking.
and Columbus and all those Spaniards were very Catholic,
Okay, well that
and they were
I guess
storming
because
over
of
the
the-
Americas
Yeah, if you
for
wanna talk-
100
you
years
make a
before
point.
that.
We are being very
There was no
USA
government.
centric.
Yeah, but there
Yeah.
was no government here to tax them
Florida?
for that.
The
Oh,
area
the
we're
Spanish
currently
government.
in was discovered by Spaniards.
Yeah,
True.
The Spanish government.
They
was
were
Well,
the
there.
actually,
first
the
ones
area-
here.
the
This
area we're
area was
currently
settled
in-
by European Catholics.
And
was-
they were French. The
it-
ones that were here were
French
French.
Yeah.
and Spanish
Yeah.
Catholics.
The Louisiana,
But
Louisiana
the point
boys.
being, there was somebody here to collect those taxes.
I guess if we're talking about America, though, we talking about the Pilgrims. We talking about Pride Rock. We talking about the fucking Mayflower. Those boys, they were
And
fucking.
also-
what were they? They were Puritans or
yeah,
some
they're
shit.
Puritans.
They went- God,
Puritans,
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit! Can you imagine?
Puritanical.
Yeah, I've read
fucking
the Scarlet
shit
Letter.
is-
What the fuck is?
The Scarlet Letter. You've never read that?
No.
Oh yeah, I forget. You can't read.
Yeah, it's true.
What
I
about the
haven't
Crucible?
read what I don't
The
know what these are.
Crucible.
I don't know what
Keep saying things at him. The crucifix.
I don't.
The
The
crucifix.
Bible? Okay.
He just said I can't read, dude. Are these all books? Is it? Wait, is there a
Oh,
movie?
One
of
of
any
them
these?
is a type of ornament that Catholics use, but no, the other three were books. Yes.
Were they movies too? Can I watch the movies?
Two
What was the
out of
first
three,
thing I said?
yes, but
The
the
Scarlet
last
Letter?
one has
Oh.
only had individual stories ever.
Yeah, the
adapted.
Scarlet Letter has a movie. We watched it in school. It's okay.
The Crucible and the Scarlet Letter have movies.
the book
the
is a-
Crucible movie is way better though.
The book's about some bitch who they're like, you committed an affair,
Mhm.
and it's obvious because you have this demon child who, and there's no
Wait.
father.
I've only read like one book. I'm still learning to read. Is it anything like Mickey takes flight? Is it a lot like that?
No.
Okay,
Well,
Well,
yeah, actually, it
that's
is-
really
it
my
is-
only.
It is in a way that, in the same way that when Mickey gets in the plane
Yes.
and starts going through the alphabet, the Puritans also go through the alphabet, but with sin.
Oh, okay.
And when you commit a sin, they
Mark you.
Yeah, they mark you with a giant letter. That the sin starts with. So if you're a slothy person, you get an S. If you masturbate a lot, you get an M.
Oh, okay. All right. That is a
Her
lot like
Scarlet
Mickey
Letter
Takes
was
Flight. You're
A,
right. That is.
Yeah.
because she was
yeah.
an adulterer. Was it not?
So yeah, like yeah,
Mhm. It was a big Scarlet Letter A.
she had like a sex with out of marriage.
Oh, out of wedlock.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think she also
W
didn't.
for whore.
I think like
yeah,
part
yeah.
of the the intrigue of the story, she didn't give over
I like
the
that.
second half of it. Like she didn't turn in the dude, and then like the drama that comes from that, and her being a single mother in like uber religious old town America, trying
and
to
her child is just a
make it.
fucking demon.
Child isn't like
That child was rambunctious. That child was Dennis the Menace on steroids.
Well, what the fuck did you expect from him?
He had no
The whole
father
town
figure,
was
dude.
treating him like shit for existing.
If there's one
Like-
thing that I learned about living in Mississippi, it's that a boy needs a father figure. All right,
We were talking
Can't
about
no-
fatherless behavior.
Yeah,
on
can't
one of
no-
the-
Should absolutely have father's
can't no
behavior.
woman raise no son. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Hey, you guys want to know a fun fact?
Yeah. What's that?
There are only 119,550 World War II American veterans left.
That's
How
a
many?
lot.
119,550.
That's a surprisingly large
That's a-
number.
yeah, that's-
actually.
that's
I thought
so
there'd be
many.
less.
Well, it was out of
How many World War I?
16 million.
Well, yeah, I got that. But
Damn.
it's been a really long time.
79 years, yeah.
79 years. People born the day
79
World
years
War
ago.
II stopped
I mean, relative to
Like,
16
could
million.
have died of natural causes. by
Wait, how do you do
now.
how do you do percentages? What's the
What do you fucking what?
how do you get a percentage?
What are you asking me? Okay, hold on. Why are you asking
I'm
me?
literally-
that?
I got it. It's a
Will
super
just
low
looked at me and said,
percentage.
like, wait, how do you do percentages? You're gonna have to explain because
got
I'm
that's
gonna
not
get
a-
the percentage of how
Bro.
many World War One or World War II veterans there are.
okay, as opposed to like how many of them are dead.
So
Yeah.
there's
Okay, you'd have to get how
100,000
many total?
60
How many there were
million.
all together? Okay,
60 million.
Okay,
Okay, so here
so
we
you
go.
want your the number of them remaining divided by 16 million.
Okay, yeah.
Is that what you're asking?
Oh, is that all you do?
Yeah, or, yeah, okay. Do you need like a fraction? Because we're gonna have to change it into a fraction. How do you get a fraction, Will? How do you change a percentage into a fraction?
You
How
just put
many
a line
was it?
between it.
That's right.
Okay,
That's
sure.
right.
Um,
Hell yeah, dude.
So, how many? It was 16 million total, but
Yeah.
what was
Yeah,
the,
yeah, you do your-
How many are left?
119,000.
550.
Yeah.
What?
119,550.
All right.
Okay.
While you do the math, Will,
100.
how do you do long division?
What?
Do you remember how to do long
Oh
division?
yeah.
Yeah, all
so you
right.
got your number
Yes.
and you put that outside the box,
That's right.
and
yeah.
then you make your big box and you make it extra long,
yes,
and
absolutely.
then you put your big number in that box.
That's right. All right. Now, how do you divide that number and do the actual division?
So
what
you-
you've described is how to set up the beginning of long division. Not do. I asked you, how do you do the division?
Oh,
The answer to your question would be 0.747%.
that's
so
not
like
very
less
much.
than 1%.
That's
So-
not very much.
No. I mean, like, no. It's a lot of dudes, but I mean, there were just a lot of guys in World War II. That's all.
that's
That's
true.
all the truth there is.
74% of 1%.
Exactly.
Gosh.
is how much we have left. Of
Now,
our World
I
War
was
II
asking
veteran.
Eric. I was asking. We were in the middle of something very important. Will, how do you do the division once you put the numbers in the box?
For sure, you get the number outside the box and you try to figure out if it can go into each number sequentially inside the box.
Yeah.
And if it can't go into the first number, you go to the second number
Yeah.
and you combine those numbers. And like say you got like 420 divided by 600 and 696,000.
Yeah, he sounds
969.
like he's saying this right, but I feel like I need paper to keep all this
And
shit
then-
on, like in track.
So then you go
'cause I
and
can't
like
keep all
say
the numbers
Hold on,
straight in
hold
my
on,
head.
Eric. Hold on.
Let's say
Patrick,
four-
put it up on screen. Just do all this on screen.
let's say 4.20
Uh-huh.
because now it's a decimal. I've
Mhm.
decided.
Okay.
That'd be
What are we
4.2.
dividing? We're
There's
dividing
no
what
point
by
in
what now?
saying 4.20. The zeros
420
understood.
divided by 69, 69, 69, 69.
Okay. Okay.
And so you take your box, you got 69 in the box, you got 420 outside the box.
Okay.
You got a big wall between 420 and 69 because we do believe in segregation in math.
Okay.
All right.
Big funny
So-
number. Yes.
So
Uh,
696,969.
Yeah,
69,
yeah.
69,
Yeah. So
Yeah,
then you
okay.
take your 420 and you try to figure out if it goes into 6.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
Does it not?
'Cause
Okay, it doesn't.
It's way too big for 6. It'll
Okay.
stretch that
I'm
bitch
glad. I'm
out.
glad you know that.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, that's one way to put that. Yeah.
It's the opposite. It's like it'll leave her gaping.
She would never recover.
It's funny because I'm now starting to see it because I wrote it down.
Yeah.
How you're describing this now,
Yeah.
and it is actually working.
This is how you like describe long division to high schoolers. You're like you can
Maybe they pay attention.
Yeah. All right. Can you put 420 into 69?
No,
Fuck
it's
no.
way
Hey,
too big.
Whatever
still.
the opposite of a hot dog in a hallway is.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Uh,
all right.
can you fit 420 into 696?
You might have an opportunity here.
You
All
could
right.
fit 2 or 3 into there. You know.
This is what the podcast is defaulted to.
Sexy math. Oh yeah. How many 420s can you fit into my 696? Oh yeah. The people got that third one in there. Oh, I don't care if it's 20 off. Oh, just keep shoving it in.
Long division, but you have to use lube. If you're gonna get 420 in
long division, but it feels like you're being sexually harassed the entire time. I think my math professor's trying to fuck me.
Oh my god. This is. Are people gonna listen to this? Are people gonna listen to Will do long division? That's a. I don't know. I don't care. That's a good bit. That's good. That's enough of that. I just don't
Let's
want
say
to.
because I'm not going to do math for you.
Yeah. God.
How funny and sexy can we make long division? And for how long can
I
we
will
keep
say,
that going?
According to the calculator, apparently you have to get to the fourth number, which would be the fourth 9.
Okay.
Before,
Before you can like actually do something.
yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. I'm glad.
And unless
I'm
it's
glad you remember how to do long
I think it's just one
division.
of those things where we because we had to skip so many, we had to move the decimal point.
No
over.
one cares. Stop talking about long division.
Okay, stop. Let it go. Let it go.
It was a bit of
I'm
like,
blanking
can
it.
Will do long division?
I'm taking that off of my screen. We're
He
not allowed to
kind
look at
of
that
can,
anymore.
which I'm honestly, Will, I'm a bit impressed. I'm glad you can still do long
Glad you remember
division.
the basic concepts of multiplication and
I
division.
mean, like, look, I mean,
to
watch-
be fair, that's not the basic. Long division is like
that's like one step
1.1.
above.
I know,
Like,
but watch
that's
this.
like-
But watch this. Will, what's 76 times 12?
You said 76 times.
Yeah,
12?
what's 76 times 12?
102.
See? See? Yeah. Yeah. See? He can do long
Sure.
division. But yeah.
you turn it
70
around, his brain
Hell
just
yeah,
completely
dude.
stops functioning. Wow, it's amazing. Like it just
What's the
complete
order of
stopgap.
operations,
That's not
Will?
even like 2 times that number you
my-
Come
had.
on,
That doesn't.
please.
Oh,
Please
please.
excuse
my dear Aunt Sally.
Yeah, hell yeah. High five, Will. Hell yeah. High
apparently
five.
isn't even true.
Hell yeah.
Apparently
no.
that's not even how you
no.
do it.
My aunt isn't named Sally. Fuck that bitch. That's not even close to her name.
Yeah.
Look, no,
My math
don't-
teacher didn't know what the fuck he was talking
Math
about.
is one of those things where, like, the further down the rabbit hole you go, the more you have to throw out the way earlier rules.
I
because
fucking
they
hate
stop
that
being
about math.
relevant.
I do hate that.
Yeah, math fucking blows.
I got
You know where I
Oh,
got
dude.
tripped up in math that ruined my entire career? That fucking minute-long multiplication test.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the fucking YouTube video that's like, does 99 equal 100?
My fucking math teacher.
No, dude. I got into a room with like a physics major and a mathematics major once that were in like my apartment at the same time. And these two
Please tell me this
motherfuckers-
was the crack house that you lived in.
No, this was before that.
I wish.
This was when I was with
major
my
and a
so
math major
badly.
on crack.
This was when I was still with my ex.
Yeah.
Okay. And these two dudes were there. And
They were fucking his
having
ex.
a feverish. Yeah, one of them was.
Wait, was it the physics major or the math major?
I don't remember.
You
But,
don't know? Oh, you don't remember. Okay.
I'm gonna bet the physics major.
I would have bet the physics major hand down. Math majors do not get laid.
Yeah.
It's a
And I mean,
fact of
physics
life.
majors know physics, so I mean, they.
Yeah, they know the
I just-
angle
I
at
feel
which
like
to
they're
fuck.
gonna make you come the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're all wrong. Dancers are the best. But anyway,
Okay,
I digress.
yeah.
But,
We're talking about between a math.
we're
and a-
talking
okay,
about
We're not
two
saying.
dudes.
I am a dancer, and, I
And
know
if we're gonna go
how
there,
women respond.
gymnasts are the best. All right.
Yeah, blow yourself more, Eric.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I did like, taekwondo, ballet, and musical theater all at the same time.
We talked about
bro.
in this the last episode.
Yeah.
Like you can't top
We
that
already
combo.
cracked our nuts.
Yeah, we did. We talked about the nutcracker.
I'm just saying.
The
All
rats
right,
were
keep
in
going.
one
Keep going with your
scene,
story.
we
What about the
know.
fucking the queer and the
They were
the guy
like,
that did
in
math?
an absolutely heated debate over whether or not 0.9 repeating
equals
equals
one.
one.
Oh, God.
And
Is
I was
there
just
anything
like,
more like just cringe?
I was like, dude, it's a functionally meaningless debate. Like one is one, the other one is as infinitely close to one as you can possibly be without being one, and thus is mathematically indifferent from one outside of specific mathematical purposes that belong in like the theoretical realm.
I got a good
like
question.
the 2 + 2 = 5 people.
I got a good question,
I don't
dude.
have time for you.
I got a real good question now that I think about it. Would you rather be stuck in a room for 24 hours with 2 people arguing, does the 0.9 repeating equal 1? Those guys, or like a vehement Muslim guy and a Christian arguing if like which one is God?
Ooh.
Allah or
You know what,
Yahweh?
the math-
Like just
I'm going with the one. Yeah.
The math guys, because I can tune it out.
Yeah.
You
I'm
can
going
tune
with the
that out?
one.
Eventually, it gets to a high-minded enough level where it just goes.
yeah. You're like, I don't really understand math, so eventually it just becomes noise.
kinda like
I know enough about theology to be pissed off the
Yeah,
entire
yeah.
time.
Yeah, no, because it's just like you guys are all just like going down the same fucking rabbit hole. You're all from the same thing. You all had guys who had different opinions about it at different times and added different information to it. And I don't know if any of them were fucking right or not. Neither the fuck do you.
No, it's a matter of faith.
Yeah,
but
like-
it kind of like 0.9 repeating equaling 1. It's really more of a matter of faith than anything else, which is strange.
Stop. You spilled faith into my math. Please
Yeah.
get that out of there. Like that
Oh,
has no
I
place
forgot.
in there. Please.
Will, get that off the board right there. That's for discussion today.
Oh.
Hell yeah. I got this in the mail, and this is one of my most favorite things I've received in the mail in a long
I thought it
time.
was that note that says ultimate level of degeneracy.
No,
Never mind.
no,
Okay,
that's just
for later.
That's
Okay.
for later. That's for me and you later, specifically when Will's gone.
beyond.
The
Yeah.
funny thing is the note above it, which doesn't help me much, says 2 lies and a truth.
All
so
right.
we'll get to that later.
So this is something I received in the mail, which is like one of the most Mississippi things I've ever received or ever heard anybody just do in general.
okay,
This is the American Values Survey.
Okay.
A national poll. My immediate response is requested.
Do I need to go get a pencil?
Honestly, we could do this real quick. I think I've got a pencil right behind me, and I want us to just, we can go through this real
Do
quick.
we want to be like an anti-American communist bastard or America as fuck
I've got a
conservative
Sharpie.
Christian gun owner?
I got a Sharpie. That'll work.
like what are we going for here?
All right,
'Cause
all right,
I'm
all right.
Very interested.
It's
in how we wanna
time
play
America
this.
heard
We'll
what
do
you
it
think.
democratically, Eric.
Yeah, Democrat. We're doing
yes,
this democratic,
okay.
the American way.
And this is perfect because there's 3 of us.
Yeah.
It's not necessary to answer every question. Please answer only those questions you feel comfortable answering.
Oh, we're gonna answer every question.
Oh, I'm comfortable with everything.
All right.
Let's spit some truth
This
on America.
I think you're gonna get like we're gonna get like 3 questions in before you realize why I think this is so funny. All right, question
Okay.
1. Would you support amending our Constitution to allow states the power to protect Old Glory?
No.
Old Glory.
Yeah, as in the flag, like the American
The
flag.
normal American
Yeah,
flag.
would
No,
you
that's
support
a-
amending our Constitution to allow states the power to protect Old Glory?
No, that's a freedom of speech.
the states already have the power to protect Old Glory, and doing things like burning it and the like are very specific examples of.
All right, well, I'm going to put
protests.
down yes because I think we all yes, I think we.
Wait.
Do you agree with the ACLU
Wait,
that
what?
religious symbols should be removed from U.S. military cemeteries and established war memorials like the Mojave Desert Cross?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Do you agree with the ACLU that religious symbols should be removed from U.S. military cemeteries and established war memorials like the Mojave Desert Cross?
It's a fucking graveyard. Let them have fucking religious symbols.
If it's paid
Why
by the
fuck?
state, it should just be, a generic grave. If it's paid by the family, yeah, whatever you want.
All right, so I'm going to put it down for yes.
We can't put
We can just
anything over there. I mean, like, I'm okay with literally everything almost on that level. I'm just like,
Do you think that the government does
Dude.
enough to support military families?
no.
No.
I'm just going to put us down for yes. Do you believe an act? Do you believe an act like burning the U.S. flag is a form of free speech and should be protected?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just going to put us down
Also-
for no.
I've always been a little confused by that. Like, and I know that intention is a big part of it, but that's how when your flag gets all torn up and ratty and stuff for being up for a really long time. That's one of the acceptable ways of disposing of it.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to put
Now,
us down for no.
To be
Did
fair,
you
you're
know
supposed
that
to fold it into a
veterans...
triangle and lay it in a fire.
Eric, I have another question for you,
sorry.
please. Did you know that veterans make up 1/5 of the country's homeless population?
No.
That doesn't seem like an opinion.
No, I can say.
Actually, you're right. That's not really that doesn't really fit in with these,
That's just a
does it?
statement.
That's just a statement.
That's more of a statement.
Oh, our question,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
did
that's
you
just like
know?
a statement
that
question.
true?
Were you aware? Yeah, that's a
I mean,
that's a
is
better
that
question.
true? I mean,
is it true that the actually I wonder.
I don't know. I mean,
wonder.
is that true? I mean, that sounds kind of right.
Do veterans make up 1/5 of the country's homeless population? Let's see.
That does sound right, though, right? Like, because
Nah, I bet a lot of Vietnam veterans are dead by now.
no, more modern veterans are homeless, dude. Happens all the time.
Fuck off, Eric.
Yeah,
That was
well,
that
fucking
was a
Rambo
great,
taught me
hold
otherwise.
On. Fuck off, Eric. That was a great joke. How
About
dare you?
1/3. As a matter of fact, about 1/3 of the adult homeless population are veterans.
Ooh. I don't know if that's bigger
So
or smaller.
did we
Is
know
bi-
that?
Is that bigger or smaller?
This is why.
This
is why the 3rd-pound burger failed.
Yeah. This
Because
is no.
people saw a 3 instead of a 4 and thought, well, why would I pay more for less? Like, you absolute fucktard. A 3rd is bigger than a 4th.
I'm just gonna
But
put
is
this
a
down
fifth
for no.
bigger than a third?
Do you support or
I'm just gonna let you-
oppose?
I'm just going to let you cook on that one. You can do it.
Do you support or oppose schools teaching students traditions like reciting the Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem?
Yes.
It wasn't a yes or no question.
God, what was the question?
No,
Do you support or oppose schools teaching students traditions like reciting the Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem?
Oppose.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna put us down for support.
I'm going to say that I'm fine with them teaching them because that's part of American history and shit. Like, that's cool. And you can even still
No,
do
you
them.
can definitely tell this question's implying like they get up
I know,
every day.
I know. Well, we did it every day.
But we also know
But
that
I could opt out of it, and I frequently did. Because I was
Yeah.
being an edgy teenager, and I don't think anyone should be punished for that.
well, the punishment the punishment's
sometimes I
more of
did
a
it, sometimes I
social
didn't.
factor. Punishment's more of a like if you're the only one out not doing it, then everyone's gonna start treating you different.
you would want to be a non-American.
Also,
would
the
you?
thing about it
I
is,
mean,
it breeds nationalism.
It's indoctrination.
and it's also
Yeah,
indoctrination.
So yes, so I'm just putting us down for support.
Yeah, of course.
Do you feel it is your constitutional duty as an American to exercise your right to vote?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, generally speaking. I don't use it most of the time because and one thing I feel strongly about is if you haven't been researching anything or like paying any attention, you can't just like take whatever surface opinion and go like vote like that. You're not helping. You might even be voting directly against your own beliefs. Like, because especially with the candidates and stuff, you go in blind and vote for just whatever Democrat or Republican or whatever your friend said was the
I was going to
good
say, you're
guy.
telling me that when I go into the voting booth and I just
shouldn't
just
treat
tick
it?
all the ones that have D next to their name repeatedly, I'm not doing a service to my nation?
No.
All right, well, I'm just going to put us down for yes. Did you know that
Uninformed voters don't help anything.
Did you know that thousands of young veterans experience serious illness due to exposure to toxic chemicals during their service?
Yeah.
Again, this
Yeah, I
is
was
an
well aware of
opinion
this.
question.
That's
Did
just
you
a thing.
know? Did you know though?
No.
Yes, the American
just gonna put us
military
down for no.
is fucking a giant industrial complex filled with deadly machines. They're specifically designed to kill things. And oh, guess what? Other people throw things designed to kill them at them.
There's
The hearing
is just
problems,
getting.
and there's the fucking hiking, and the knee problems, and jumping from planes, and the hearing problems from the gunfire, and the engines.
This one's just getting fucked.
Okay.
These are just getting fucked.
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, and it's only fucked because it's
I know
the
that
three
they're
of us
leading us down a
discussing it.
ladder here.
My
I see what
legs
they're
are
saying.
spread.
Well, I mean,
Get over here.
we're clearly
Actually,
going
I guess I'll
down
go
a,
over there.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
We're clearly going down a conservative American route here, and you're a communist, so you better spread those legs because you're about to get fucked like every other communist by every good red-blooded American.
God damn!
Yes,
I tell you-
McCarthy.
What rating?
You take it, Stalin.
I'm just party to this.
Or I guess McCarthy. So that would be who was right after Stalin?
I don't know.
Khrushchev.
Stalin was dead by then.
Khrushchev.
No, it wasn't
No,
Khrushchev.
wasn't Khrushchev like the last one?
Yeah. What rating would you give the job performance of the U.S. Congress?
A 1.
0.5.
0.5?
Oh, we're doing out of 10
Yeah,
or out of 100?
out of 10.
a 1 that can't
0.05.
the GOP can't pass a single fucking bill.
I'm just going to put us down for a 10.
Perfect.
What rating would you give the job performance of the president?
Like a 5. He does some things I hate, some things I like. He's been a pretty average president, honestly.
I'd say, like, I mean, obviously we're asking this president then, so,
Mm-hmm.
you know, instead of the president,
Mhm.
let's say Joe Biden
Mhm.
specifically. Yeah, lame duck at worst, 4 out of 10.
All right, I'm just going to put us down for a 1. What rating would you give the Supreme Court? I know you love
3
the
out of
Supreme.
10.
I know
3
you
out
love
of
them,
10.
3 out of 10.
Yeah, that seems about right.
but Roe versus Wade.
2 out of 10.
2 out of 10.
I'm just going to put us down for a 10. Do you feel students should have the right to say a prayer in public schools as long as it's not required that all students participate?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
At any time, always.
Okay.
Time
Honestly, in
and
our
place.
opinion,
I mean,
think
don't interrupt the class with it or whatever the fuck, but like, you
Let's say
know.
time and place.
I think
Yeah,
all
like,
of us agree
I
that
think-
children should be praying
No,
constantly.
let's be honest.
If you believe in a religion, you are always, in America, allowed to pray.
But let's be honest. If you're a
fine.
Christian and you decide to start praying in public, remember, your God says don't, and you're committing sin.
All right, I'm just going to put us down for a no. Do you feel the phrase
Why
under
do you
God
think you need
in
to
our
speak out loud for God to hear you, you fucktard?
how
Like, are you absolutely insane?
how else is he
mean?
going to hear you?
Like, you know, no,
What are you
I mean,
talking
like,
about?
anyone. Like,
Oh, okay.
are you fucking out of your goddamn mind?
I always get reminded
what
of that.
God are you talking about?
I always
What
get,
is this God that can't hear your thoughts?
I always get reminded of the that one football coach who like prayed in the middle of the field, like every game or whatever.
What? Is
Yeah.
this a thing?
I don't even care
Yeah,
about
do you
praying
remember
out
that? That went
loud.
all the way up. We talked about that. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah, there was this coach who like every game and like right before they started the game, he'd go out to the middle of the field and then like pray like in front of everybody. And it like he got in trouble. Like I think he got fired for it, or like the suit. Somebody
Was he
sued the
college
sue.
or NFL?
No, high school?
High school.
Yeah,
Okay, that's just
public school.
that one's a lot.
Seems
Hey, it went all the way to
odd.
Supreme Court. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, that one's a lot more flexible.
I did love athletic activities.
Well, the
Again,
thing that
as
people
an
were bringing
agnostic,
up
bordering on atheist.
Is like he wouldn't let the kids who didn't pray with him like play very much.
oh, fuck him. I mean,
Sounds
I'm
like our-
all about
like-
someone
Like they brought forth students who were like, yeah, he discriminated against like people who didn't like support, you know, the faith or whatever.
Bro, I've been in some hard times where my agnostic, bordering on atheist ass, like,
Supreme
you
Court
know,
still supported
was
him.
just like in a room with some people who had some strong Christian beliefs, and you know, someone walked in and said, "He's dead." One of them said, like, you know, "Would you like to hold hands with me while I say a prayer?" And I said, "Yeah." I don't believe jack shit that he's saying, but I'm not gonna fucking shit on his parade right after his dad died or some shit, you know?
Well,
like,
as a guy who did that, Eric, do you feel that the phrase "under God" in our Pledge of Allegiance should be removed?
Yes. And that just goes to separation of church and state.
I'm just going to put us down for yes. Eric's just taking too damn long on these questions. Are you
Yeah. I'm kinda,
are you currently on active
leaning
duty in the United
towards
States
it.
military or a veteran?
okay, again.
I'm just going to
no.
put us. I'm just going to put us as active duty because we're pretty close.
I mean, we go in.
None of the three of
Now
us.
which
have
now which
ever
of the
worked for
branches?
We go to the
United
hard
States military.
places.
Yeah, I mean, this podcast is basically active duty.
I
so
mean,
I'm just
we
putting us
might
down.
as well be with the
I think me and
equivalent.
Patrick have technically worked for the government before, but have you?
I mean, this is basically a tour in Iraq. What we're doing right now.
I mean,
It's got to
I
be
ain't no-
direct.
nah, I ain't no glowy.
At least the city. If it's like the city directly, I'll count it.
Nah, I ain't worked for no feds.
All right, now in
Dang.
which branch of the military did you serve?
I don't even glow a little bit.
The Army, the Coast Guard, the Navy, the Air Force, the
Oh,
Marines,
Marine Corps.
the
Put-
Merchant
no,
Marines,
fucking
no.
or the
Fuck no.
Space Force.
Put us
Fuck! Space Force.
Put us
Yeah,
as no,
absolutely.
Space Force. Space Force.
put us as Air Force.
Space
That way they think we're smart.
No, Space Force.
Space Force.
So
They're
they think
way
we're
smarter, dude.
unrealistic.
They're in fucking space. They gotta be way smarter.
We're ahead of everybody.
All right. Now, enclosed is our special gift to support veterans and wounded troops. How much money you want to give them? They've got $10, $15, $25, $35, $50, $100, $250, or other.
I'll give them other.
Okay. Just put us down for other.
I
All right.
wait.
Now that's complete.
No,
I'll
wounded. When did? So they just had us complete that quiz and then said, "How much money for wounded troops?"
Here's
What
a
is your
letter that
charity?
came with
you
it.
didn't say anything about your charity.
Here's a letter that came with
Okay.
this in the same envelope.
Okay.
When you look at some of the issues being debated in our country this year, it's easy to wonder if our American values have shifted. I don't think so. All bold, underlined, exclamation
Depends
point,
on what you're
all
talking about.
caps. Time after time, we hear powerful special interest groups claim their independent polls indicate how most Americans feel. Yes, in your heart of hearts, you know their polls are not even close to representing how you actually feel. That's why your answers to this survey are so important. This is your chance to share your common sense thoughts on what's important to you, your opinions and views, your opinions and point of view as a veteran on issues that impact our nation.
Wait,
Yep.
what?
No, we are.
assuming-
No, yes. Please, you and I have already heard from the loudmouths and we're the talking heads on television. Will you help us by returning your survey and your generous gift if you can today? Thank you. National Adjutant of the American Legion.
I don't like
Would you like
anything
me-
about that name.
Would you like me to read this?
Yeah, go right
I
ahead.
just want to say real quick.
Wait, can you read?
I would totally.
I'm surprised you can.
Well, actually, I can't. I memorized this as Kira told it to me earlier.
Ah,
All of this she actually read out to me before the podcast because
Hey, I
as
would-
we've been
Well,
over
yeah,
earlier,
I can read.
I can't.
I would just like
Okay.
to make a quick suggestion.
What's that?
That by the end of this, we go ahead and search up quick Google search, just a organization that helps American veterans,
Mhm.
and we'd just go ahead and donate them like a good $10-20.
The American Legion?
No.
Sound good?
No,
Okay.
they do not. In fact, sound.
I'd
good.
like to add
I
an
want
addendum
someone
to
who
that.
does provides them with medical care and extra assistance
I mean, I
kind of
guess the
stuff.
Red Cross. Don't they do coffee and donuts for the active service troops? And
I'm
shit.
thinking more health care.
I think that at
Less
the end of
coffee
this
and
episode,
donuts.
we should say the Pledge of Allegiance together. All in favor? Okay, yeah, they're all in
Aye.
favor. Yeah, they all agree.
I'll do it.
Okay,
I'll do it. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. You scared?
All right, now let's see if a communist can read.
Like this communist even knows the Pledge of Allegiance.
We are patriotic American. You and I are, dude. When you fake read,
It's so hard.
that accent comes out so hard.
It's so hard.
Do you do you guys have that? Hold on, fake read this, fake pronounce the words, and see if the accent comes out. Because I was honestly sounding like a 1920s country hit.
Well, yeah, I mean, you learn to fake read.
Patriotic American. When you and I were growing up, this question would have seemed crazy.
My wife put a note on
Sorry.
the board.
Aw.
Oh, it's our anniversary today.
Try to fake read that.
Happy anniversary.
Well, like I said,
Happy
I've memorized
anniversary.
this actually. So,
Well, then try to read it.
all right.
Without your eyes. Close your eyes.
Do-
You memorized it.
Oh yeah, you're right. Dear American, welcome to this letter that we're writing you today. Thank you so much for opening the envelope and taking a look inside. Did you know that 1 in 5 veterans is dead? They actually died in active duty. That's a real problem that they don't tell you about on television. As a matter of fact, it's the biggest problem facing America today. Am I doing all right so far?
I'm pretty sure that-
that was
that-
the first 5 sentences exactly.
I think that most of America is concerned about the veterans that die while not being shot. That's the thing that concerns them is that they were.
Yeah,
This
we-
getting
problem
shot
doesn't
at,
exist
they
in
came
Russia.
back.
we
That's
love
just-
it when veterans get shot.
I'm trying to continue to read here. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This problem doesn't exist in Russia or in any other country, as a matter of fact. All other
What?
countries are actually better. If you would vote our one state party, oh, that's weird. If you'd vote our one state party into office, we could actually make America. What's this? Oh, it's great again. That's right. Make America great again with the one state party. Please put a unmarked bill into the envelope and send it back post haste.
Non-sequential bills.
Yeah,
What's that symbol on the back?
That is Oh, that's that Buddhist symbol that they put on that firehouse.
Oh yeah, that
yeah.
weird angly
I
cross.
saw that in Germany one time.
Yeah.
I think it's just some other form of the cross. You know,
I think
like,
so.
Like for
do you know what my
Christianity,
favorite-
it's just got some little wings on it.
Do you know my favorite part of this letter?
No.
Is it that the little Comic Sans PS, like he had to pretend like he took out a pen.
It's on all of them.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he pretended like Daniel S. Wheeler, and I'm gonna say his name because it's right on this letter and it's public information. So Daniel here pretended.
Remember, this is a newsletter. You're really narrowing it down for those insane, 4chan users who track people down with this
Hey
information.
man, if you don't want it, don't put your name out in public.
Well, we've got stickers
fair
here
enough.
that say we're proud Americans.
Hell
oh
yeah.
shit! I actually want some of those.
Okay. You can have them.
Cool.
Hey, you put that on my truck.
I did. Yeah, that's where I got this.
Now, you put it on my window.
I did. I put
Look,
it on
dude,
the window.
I am a proud American. I don't believe in dick all that this guy's talking about. Well, I probably honestly believe 40% of what this guy's talking about, but then the other shit gets really weird after that, and he starts going down weird things. It's like support veterans, American families deserve support.
It just makes me laugh. He pretended to fake
God.
write a PS note.
Do you think this guy cares about LGBTQ representation?
I'm pretty sure he's actively against it. If I had to guess.
What makes you say that?
Yeah, what about this?
What
makes you
about
say
this
that?
makes you
Why
think
do you
that
assume
he's-
that?
Let's be honest here. The
Yeah.
American Legion, I am enclosing a set of beautiful address labels. My gift to you.
Oh, that's sweet. I had to talk to somebody earlier this week about how Mississippians feel about LGBTQ people. And the best description I could actually come up with that made sense to anybody outside of the state was Mississippi as a state works on don't ask, don't tell rules.
Mhm.
That is the best way I could come up with how to describe it. You don't ask people if they're gay, they don't say that they're gay, and then they're just a singing man.
There's a singing.
Yeah,
them's a
And I'll
singing
tell you what, if
man.
you're gay, then you can go up to ask him.
Exactly.
Real-
That's right.
I will give one, almost saying allegedly thing as I was glancing over this. On the off chance, Mr. Wheeler, Mr. Daniel Wheeler, that all you're really doing is just funneling money into veteran support or something like that, then dismiss everything.
Is that what he calls his pockets?
If you're not fucking pocketing this shit, if you're not being a complete piece of shit, if you're not just shooting out conservative propaganda.
Can you look
to
up
get
Daniel
the best
Wheeler? Is
thing.
this even a real person? Can we prove
He's a
who
fake
this
guy.
is?
He was made by AI.
If he's legit and that's all he's doing, then who gives a fuck? By all means, please
I like this
send a
sticker
little help.
that says
What's his
"No,
name?
I cannot help right now.
Daniel Wheeler.
Yeah.
It was it American Legion.
It is DANIEL.WHEELER National Adjutant ADGUTANT the American Legion.
Okay, yeah,
Future Patrick-
I found him. He's old as shit.
Believe this if he turns out he's
who knew?
Yeah.
Believe this it turns out he's a saint.
Actually, he's
Oh.
not. He's not old as shit. Wow, this is just an old video. Actually, this is 12 years old. He is old as shit. He was old in this.
Yeah,
He's
he was
probably-
holding that.
He's probably old as hell.
Oh, hey, in there I got an American Legion.
Again-
He looks like your average.
I gotta admit, if
Why'd you
all
say
he
that?
does is
Huh?
Patrick, bleep that out.
Oh damn! Wait, no. Why wouldn't we couldn't say that?
couldn't say
You're
what.
right. Fuck him. Fuck
say
him.
what?
Who cares?
No, I'm just confused. Why?
Because I don't want to if there is one there, I don't want to bother them. They're probably
okay.
fine
Bleep
people.
the city's name.
Yeah, they're probably fine human beings.
If all you're doing is just trying to get better conditions for returning soldiers from the U.S., I don't care how those soldiers were or were not used by the American fucking government. Those guys, generally speaking, are the
Gay.
guys who deserve our fucking sympathy.
Oh, okay. We were going different directions with that.
Yeah, we
Okay.
love it when they get shot. Remember?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well,
I
you're
said they
a
were
communist,
gay,
so that
but-
makes sense. But I'm a red blood American, so I
yeah,
believe that
better
every
red brother.
What is the actual percentage of
You
know
wear
what?
your red on the outside. I wear my red on the inside. That's my blood. You're fucking just like a poser. pretends to be for the people.
That's
whereas
right.
I'm an American.
He fights in wars in the Middle East.
Yeah,
No, a lot of my family has.
I bomb the people I choose to oppress.
Yes. A lot of my family has, though. They'll give you some pretty down-to-earth opinions on it, I promise you. I know a veteran who's full-on communist and full-on pagan.
Yeah.
He went Norse.
But yeah, I
on
know
me.
a lot of veterans who are like, no,
I
don't,
like him
don't
too.
go
He's a
into the
really cool
military.
guy.
It sucks. It's shit, and you don't even get paid well.
Yeah.
I mean,
how my dad is.
it kind of depends.
Really
Like,
depends on what you want out of it.
It depends on what you want out of the military. It depends on what you want out of life. And it depends on how fucked your life is, because it's a good job you can get for basically free.
Yeah, for
Like,
basically, yeah,
this
if
is
your
not-
life is fucked,
if
you're
you're
living in a
fucked-
trailer park.
If like there's some shit going on, the military could potentially save your life and put you on the straight and narrow.
And
Yeah.
and honestly,
And it does
I
for a
just
lot
want
of
to point
people.
this out. I know they say like there's an age limit. If you stay fit enough, I know, and this
they
is,
will sign waivers.
This is a fact. There's a 98-year-old like old lady. I don't know if she was 98. She was like 68.
You're gonna say, I don't know if
she
she's a lady. She might be. You know,
She was,
could
but
be-
she was 68. She was significantly old.
could be a trans woman.
Past basic training. It served the military.
What the hell is basic tranny?
Yeah,
Basic
you know what it is.
training.
You know what it is. I didn't stutter.
Yeah, you're right.
They do basic training testing.
I've been down there a couple of times. That's actually why I didn't make it into the military. They put me through that, and they were like, no. I know a guy whose grandfather went back into the military for Iraq at the age of 68.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean,
yeah, I know. Like, if you're in good
they-
enough shape, they'll
if
be like,
they
yeah,
legitimately think that you could be useful, they'll let you in.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Like-
he was a veteran who worked on helicopters, and he just knew this one type of helicopter that was still in use, like front to back. And they just
There's-
needed dudes to work on the helicopter.
Like as far as like the bottom.
I feel like I wonder if you could go up to him like say you're like 55, right?
Eric's hitting that bong, dude.
Could you go up to like a recruitment station and be like, "Hey man,
Pass that shit, bro.
There you go.
can I just like load ammo and you pay me to do that?"
Yeah, that's the armorer.
Yeah, I mean, like,
You-
could
the
you
only
be,
other
could you be
thing
like,
is
"Hey, look, I mean, I know,
still have to take
I
the
know, I
bolt-
can't like go be in a desert for a significant amount of time. Like, I get that, but like, I could load guns. I
Yeah.
could do that.
What you could do is you could
You
load
want the
shit-
military version of loading a truck? Is that what you're asking
Pretty
for?
much,
You want
yeah.
the
Yeah,
military
yeah.
version
That's a
of loading
job,
truck?
bro. That's a
Well,
job.
I'm just saying,
Everything is a job in the
if you were
military.
just desperate
Yeah.
enough.
You wanted to clean
Like-
latrines, dude. Like, they'll give. Yeah, that's a
The
job in the military.
The job you're describing
Janitor.
is like an armorer, and the only trick to it is like, yeah, you can like load up magazines and shit like that, but most of what you're gonna be doing is checking in and out firearms and like other weapons, and you're gonna have to like know how to like clean them and like take them apart.
Sounds Kino.
It does sound Kino. Actually, I looked
Yeah,
into
it's
this
actually a pretty
recently.
good
If
job.
you are if you're a
Armor is
conscientious objector, they have to give you a job that's like non-violent,
Mhm.
and a lot of those dudes just get warehouse jobs where it's just like, yep,
That makes
all right,
sense.
load these magazines 8 hours a day.
No, I mean,
There
like,
you go.
yeah, I
Clean these guns.
Yep.
I dig it.
I mean,
I fuck with it. Yeah.
Yeah, you might get
Yeah.
medic, you might get guy who loads trucks. And I
I
was
mean-
like, not bad. So if you get drafted and you're like, I don't want to kill anybody, you can say I'm a conscientious objector. You have to give a reason though. You have to be like, I'm a Jehovah's Witness or something like that. Like that's the easy one. You just say
Right.
you're a Jehovah's Witness, they're like, fuck. All right, Jesus. You say you're gay, that's up there too. If you're just like, I'm sorry, I'm too flamboyant to shoot a man.
I feel like
could never kill a guy.
I feel like the Jehovah Witness one though
I could
might
kill a
backfire
guy.
on a little. Like let's say, like let's say
get
today,
that faggot in here.
let's say like today's age.
I
Like let's
mean-
say you're like an atheist and you go and you get drafted and they're
Yeah.
like, all right, you gotta go fight. And you're like, fuck, I don't want to fight. Okay, I'll just say I'm a Jehovah Witness. Just think, now you gotta go to church every fucking Sunday.
Also,
dude.
what if the dude
you
recruiting
gotta
you?
pretend to pray every now and again.
What if the draft
Oh,
officer's
man.
like, "What? Really? Me too." And then you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, he's like, which clan you in?
yeah, exactly. Clan.
I don't know how they
You
work.
can't. Oh, come
Whoa
on
now.
that's-
Oh,
Look, I'm
now.
in Mississippi. Everything's a clan.
Oh wait, no.
I sometimes refer to my driveway as a clan because everyone's related in a
Mm.
family
It's so
group.
white.
Yeah.
But I stick to a very hard C.
There's
on
a couple
that
of,
clan word there. I just want to be very,
Don't use the hard
very
K
clear.
clan.
There's a couple of
Yeah, we
ghosts
don't
in
use
this
the hard
clan.
K. We don't use the hard K, man. We're just a bunch of dudes who are related living down the same driveway.
Sometimes we wear hoods.
We have visitors from all over the place. I'm
got
just
any
saying.
crosses, any hoods, any ghosts? I know you're all white, so that's already out there.
Sometimes there's ghosts. I
Yeah.
hear them making
it's
noises
funny.
like, woo! Get him!
I actually think about that sometimes, about like, you know, being white or whatever. And like, you've met my wife, right? And like, my wife is clearly Scotch Irish.
Yeah, you think?
Like, yeah. And not only that, but she is like 4'10", right?
Yeah.
And if you've seen her like mom, grandma, grandpa, none of them are hitting like 5'3".
Yeah.
Like, they're
This
some of
is
them are
tiny
taller
people.
than her.
Tiny people.
But like, you know, they're all these like, you know, super like short, stocky people from like Scotch Ireland and like Scotland and Ireland
Leprechauns.
area.
I know. Yes, I'm
I
aware.
mean,
I'm aware of them.
And whereas I come from this like stock of like blonde hair, blue eyed, 6 foot to
Aryan-
6'5" Swedish
Aryan
people,
fucking Ubermensch.
and it's just like I'm sitting here and I'm in America and I'm married to this woman and I'm just like, we're not even the same kind of human.
Yeah. Well, it's
like,
like
we're completely like, the only reason we're lumped into the same category is because we have light colored skin. You are red haired and freckled.
Yes.
I am blonde haired and blue eyes. I am 1.4 inches like taller than you.
when I think about
Like,
you two
we
having
are literally
sex.
two different types of human.
Why are you
When I
talking about
when
them
I
having sex?
when I think about them having sex,
No,
it's like
pause.
putting 420 into
Pause.
6.
Why are you thinking about them having sex?
Because, dude, I mean, like their
He's known
height
us for a
difference.
while.
Yeah, I've known them for a long
Yeah,
time.
but why?
I literally dated his wife once
Uh,
in high school,
okay.
like for a night.
Yeah, you
So
guys
I
went
can
to prom
fucking-
together.
Yeah, we
Yeah, so,
did.
okay, so you
I
dated her
went to
once.
prom with my
so
wife.
now you
I
get
know.
Patrick
No,
went
it's so-
to prom with my
it's
wife.
so
That is
weird.
a true fact.
It is. It's
That
a
man
true
right
fact.
over there went to prom with my wife. That
It's
happened.
okay, man. I took someone else's girlfriend to prom.
I
Like
took
without
my
them
ex-girl-
knowing, or
No,
like
they knew.
you
I-
cucked a dude to
Yeah,
prom.
dude, I
you
did.
prom cucked a
Yeah,
girl,
dude.
dude. That rules. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Prom
You know,
bull
and that makes
will.
sense because you guys had all sorts of crazy shit happen. I went with my
Mother.
ex-girlfriend, the first black chick I ever dated,
Yeah.
and we went as like friends, not having any issues with that. We made out a little bit, but then we like just parted ways when we were done. Everybody else tried to make that big move on that chick they've been hanging out with for all that
Oh,
time.
for prom?
Or like, you know, got into all sorts of crazy trouble. I just hung out and had a good time. And
Us
then
too.
I
We went
left.
to Sonic. I think we left prom and we went to Sonic,
Yeah.
and then we went home. I think that was it. I was like, I don't really. You want to know what's embarrassing about that night? Is I was more concerned about my hair than the girl I took to prom. And looking
I've
back
seen your
on
prom hair. It was
I know.
exquisite.
it was awesome. My prom hair ruled.
Yeah.
But like I
You
was
did a lot.
And
I
to be
did.
fair, she married me, so I mean it's fine. Like
It took
it's
2
not like-
hours to do that
I
hair.
don't think I'm like upset about this.
Good. I'm glad. I gotta say, I didn't.
I
I
can't
don't
wait to
even
let
know-
her listen to this episode. She'll.
I
Find
don't
out.
believe I even tried to put the moves on her. I was probably the worst prom date in the world.
I don't know. I feel like you probably did at some point, and she just
Did
slapped
I?
you right in the dick or something.
Maybe
Like,
I doubt it. I don't know. I remember that night being just concerned with my hair. I had a bottle of hairspray on me, and I remember I left multiple times to go fix my hair in the bathroom.
You were quite the wild child.
I was, yeah.
It was,
God, nothing more wild than fixing your hair for prom, having
well.
crazy hair.
Please listen to some of the previous episodes if you didn't find that ironic.
Yeah.
I've got a question.
What's up?
How long could you be left in a waiting room before?
How long could you be right in a waiting room?
Patrick, put some vaudeville music behind it. Light me off, Johnny.
How long could you be left in the waiting room before you got up
Why'd
to
you turn Asian there for a second? How long could you be
I'm laughing.
in a rating room?
I'm laughing, man. Come on.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Before you got up to figure out what was going on.
That's a good question.
Am I there? Am I there for like a medical procedure?
Let's say you got a letter in the mail and it was like, all right, you gotta you either
Like, am I there for a timeshare or am I going to see the doctor?
It's a doctor's appointment.
Okay. God, like 5 hours. I could do it,
no,
dude.
Like, because I've been to the ER recently and waited like 4+ hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
right.
well, let's say this. Like you get there and like no one's in the waiting room except the desk nurse. God,
Not a single other
starting
person.
to
he
fucking
started saying
freak
a
out.
word with an N, and he was just like,
I know, it was crazy.
Desk nurse. The desk nurse.
She was black. He couldn't help it. He saw her in his head. He was just like, man.
Damn, Will. What the fuck? I thought you were a communist.
Yeah.
Implying communists didn't
Yeah.
kill so many.
Everyone knows
try to kill
communists
the race.
are not racist.
No,
It's
it's
a
funny.
guy. It's a guy in a Klan robes. He's just like, you dirty
not supposed to be, but-
desk nurse.
They're not supposed to be, but man, Stalin did kill a lot of Jews.
Yeah.
Fuck me. I've got a headache. That was
Uh,
funny.
But like, let's say that you fill out your paperwork and whatever. The
Yeah,
nurse
like,
gets
dude.
up and leaves. And
Okay.
then how long from there?
Do I have to like go to the hallway to like find out what's happening? Like, or can I just go to? You're saying I can't just go to the desk and be like, "Hey, I've been here 4 hours."
Yeah.
I have to go to the back of the hospital.
Yeah, you're like at
Like
the point you have
5 hours
to before you get up to try
solid.
to find somebody.
Like 5 hours solid. Like I have sat in a waiting room at a medical place because I my phone would have to start running dry.
And like we'll
I'd have
say
to be like,
this.
should I just
We'll
go
say
home and charge my phone?
yeah, we'll say this isn't like an emergency. So like, there's no reason.
Yeah,
to be
you're
in a
here to
hurry.
get like a CT scan. You're not in pain.
Yeah.
You're just just waiting.
Oof. God, I might cut it off at like 3 hours at that point.
You're just
then.
gonna
I
get
would
up and
say, like,
leave?
that's like, there's no one else in the waiting
God,
room.
you guys are patient. I'm like, I think 2 hours, and I would be like, all right, what's going on?
I was feeling 2 hours.
Maybe
but
an
then
hour and
I
a
feel like
half.
I would, after the 2 hour mark, I would sit there and be like, I would get antsy for another hour, and then I'd finally get
You'd be
up.
nervous.
If there was no one else there,
Yeah,
and no one else walked in the whole time,
yeah.
and let's make it worse, and you see several people walk out. Let's make it worse, so you know that room is getting
stuff
freed
is
up.
happening. Yeah, stuff
make
is
it like
happening.
even
You
worse.
see people leave.
Let's make it even worse. 30 minutes to closing. You're just
Yeah.
you're like, surely am I the last person they're gonna see?
Do they leave?
You've
me
already
here?
been here 3 hours.
That dirty
It's 30 minutes till
desk
closing,
nurse.
and you've been seeing people walk out. Do you stay?
Yeah, exactly.
It's been 3 hours.
yes,
Will,
absolutely, I do.
You have been staying for 3 hours. You've been seeing people leave,
Like
but
consistently.
you have consistently, but they have not called you back. For
Yeah,
3
every
solid
15
hours.
minutes somebody leaves.
and in 30 minutes, they close.
I think I would leave. Honestly, I think I'd start getting freaked out.
I'd fucking sit there, dude.
I feel like
I know
I'd get
me.
trapped there too. Like I'd have to stay. I'd have to think like, surely they're just doing this in order.
Y'all don't
Yeah.
have good survival instinct because I'd just be like, you know what?
All
I'll
right,
be
all
here.
right, all right. It's not like I'm in the fucking woods. I'm in a queue at a fucking
No, dude, you
at a
got people
business.
leaving like on a 15-minute clockwork timer, and you're the only one there. No one's walking in. Everyone's just leaving. Nah, I'm
All
leaving
right.
with the next
I'm
guy.
not saying I
5
wouldn't come back
people-
tomorrow with a Molotov cocktail. I'm just saying.
5 people leave like orderly. Just 5 people leave every 15 minutes, right? 30
Yeah.
minutes to closing. One guy sprints out of the back to his car and drives away at the speed of light.
Oh,
Do you
fuck,
still
I'm
stay?
with him. Yeah, no, I'm with him. No.
One guy's just huffing.
The
like,
moment I see him down the hall sprint, I'm up and out the door.
what? Even with like the nice music playing and like the
Yes.
fluorescent
I'm not
lights.
waiting.
What if the receptionist still sits there calmly though?
Yeah. What if, the
she's still there,
receptionist came back?
I'd get up and look at her and be like, "Hey, hey,
Hey!
Hey, he was in a hurry. Why are you making a big deal? He had somewhere to be.
why is he doing that?"
I don't know.
You could ask him, but like he's just like pulling, like screeching tires, like pulling out.
All right, that guy runs away like as fast as possible, and then you get up to leave, and you're like, "Oh fuck, I better get out of here." And
then they
the
call your name.
Yeah, the doctor's like, "Will,
2 minutes to spare.
Will?
2 minutes to spare.
Do you
They call your name right after you see that.
do you go?
Do you go back there?
Do you go back?"
Do you go back there, Will? You have waited 3 hours and 28 minutes at this point. You've seen people leaving the entire time, and the last person ran out, sprinted. He didn't scream, but he ran, and they screeched tires on his way out.
Do you go back?
What do you do?
is that dirty desk nurse. She comes and calls your name.
Wait, is she down the hall?
No, she just comes up. She
I
comes
mean,
up to
she's
the
down
desk.
for something.
Okay, I guess.
You know, that's a different show.
She's in entirely different clothes. She's like lingerie.
Oh well, that's
Yeah.
the case.
Yeah, she
You
opens like
heading
that
back
door.
here,
you
big
know,
boy?
she opens that.
I'm a cure what ails you.
She opens that door that goes to the back. You know, like from the side of the
Yeah.
desk, and she's just like, "Will,
Oh,
Will." She like looks at her chart.
You know, I actually might.
Yeah.
Just
You
Sitting
are
here talking
fucked,
shit about
dude.
me and fucking Patrick over here.
it's true.
But now
Yeah.
you're just like, no, I'd go back there.
No, it's true because it's like at that point it's like, all right, you know, I'd
Sunk
probably
cost
wait like a
fallacy.
solid
All right,
second to
all
see if
right.
like something sprinted past like behind that guy. And
Like
if
a shadow?
Yeah, if nothing
Just-
was coming by behind him, I'd be like, okay.
They
all
take
right.
you in.
There's no reason to believe this is like that dangerous.
They
Wow.
take you in. They take your blood pressure. They weigh you, and then they're like, "All right, can you tell me your birthday? Make sure that it's you. Whatever." They're like, "All right, in that room right over there. The doctor will be with you in a moment." They close the door, and then you're in there. You're like, "Okay, it's like 5 minutes, whatever." You're just like playing with your phone again. You're like, "All right, finally, I got back here." Right?
Right.
All right, you're there for 5 minutes. Then outside the door, you can hear like all these sounds of like just the stuff going on, and then it's just dead silent.
Dead silence.
Yeah.
You hear
and
huge
then
rushing as everybody like moves past the door, and then dead silence. And then 5 minutes later, all the lights go off. What do you do?
I mean, I guess in this horror mood that I'm in now, I'm finding a weapon of some kind.
yeah.
Like,
There's
I'm
no
in a doctor's
window.
office. I mean, there's like a scalpel somewhere, surely.
Yeah, no,
Grab
you-
the fucking
you open the
desktop.
drawer.
Yeah.
You open the drawer and you look in that big
And it's
red
eyeballs.
box.
This is the Anything Cast. I'm Patrick.
I'm Eric.
I'm jump scared Will.
All right, see you guys later.